evening, everyone. This is Vaishnavi from TAGTES. I'm honored and glad to welcome you all on behalf of TAGTES family. The motto of creating this website is to convey about the individuality and success of Mr. Sundaram Ganeshan, who has been an inspiration to many people. We have few important guests here who are closely associated with Ganeshan sir. Dr. Krishna Das, Director HRD, Aravind Eye System, Mr. Chokkalingam Ramasamy, Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Vishwanathan Sethuraman, Medical Director of Z Clinic and Founder and Director of Yoga Studies. Next we have Mrs. Uma Sethuraman, CEO of Z Clinic, Mr. Bhaskar, Assistant Director, Khadi and Bee Commission, Government of India and Nodal Officer. Next we have Mr. Azatullah, Managing Director, Asna International, joining from Dubai. Mr. Sevagan, Director, Project Implementation and Client Management, Reframe. Mr. Sendil, Managing Partner, SR Travels, Secretary of Kubota. And Dr. Ramaswamy Chokkalingam from Singapore. Mr. Muttaya Chokkalingam, Imperial Edutech. And we have Mr. Tyagarajan, Advocate. Mr. Bala Sundaram, Auditor, Shaker and Associates. Mr. Natraj, Lakshmi Jewelry. Now our HR, Sri Nandini, will share a few words about our guest, Dr. Krishna Das sir.
Hello everyone, this is Nandini from TAGTES family. I would like to say a few words about the association between Dr. Krishnadas sir and AL Ganesan sir. Dr. Krishnadas sir has been a motivating icon for AL Ganesan sir since he was diagnosed with glaucoma in the year 2005. At that time, when there was no certainty about when the vision impairment would be cured, Dr. Krishnadas sir has encouraged him to move forward in his life without regard for his vision. That moment has inspired AL Ganesan sir to strive for even more greater success in the future. Now, Dr. Krishna sir will launch the website. Thank you.
Now one of our teammate, Ms. Preeti, will narrate the website in detail.
Good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to be the part of TAGTES family, and I feel privileged to share an overview about Mr. Ganesan's website. Normally, a website gives you creative freedom to express your personality in a way that helps you to connect with the world. It also helps you to influence people and add value to them by sharing your knowledge. Presenting you the ALG website, a biography of Mr. AL Ganesan. Now let us dive deep into ALG website to know more about him, who is ALG, his profession, his achievements, his social status, and much more. Mr. AL Ganesan, Head, TAGTES Group of Companies. Let's begin with his early life. He was born in a nuclear family and brought up in Chidambaram, graduated from a reputed college at Pondicherry. Mr. Ganesan had vision problems since birth and had to manage with only the right eye, in spite of several treatments. There was a life-changing incident that happened in Mr. A.L. Ganesan's life. It was by 2005, Mr. Ganesan lost his eyesight completely in a bus accident. The right eye was injured and had to get operated. The glaucoma pressure became too high and the nerve got damaged. It is indeed a great loss for any human being. But yes, as I said earlier, his self-determination and confidence did not let him go down because of that particular incident. Challenges. Yes, he actually faced many challenges in his life. And one such challenge was to travel alone to Dubai to receive Top 3 Entrepreneur Award. He was nominated for the award and the event was about to take place in Dubai, organized by Nagarata Business Initiative Group. In spite of a lot of challenges, he was able to take the business to reach globally, and that was a great achievement for TAGTES. So this is about Ganesan in a short way. So let's move on and see how Ganesan is as an entrepreneur. He always wanted to shine in IT industry and hence started Tag Info Solutions India Private Limited, a small firm in the year 2009 at Chidambaram. Got many projects in and around Chidambaram and expanded the firm to Chennai in the year 2013. And then slowly he provided services to clients in USA, Malaysia, and Singapore. And we are proud to say that we have completed almost 500 plus projects. In 2021, we started a separate entity called BMR Technologies to provide services like web hosting, payment gateway services, IT infra and support activities. It satisfied the client's customized requirement. And there is a specific IT related products called Tag IT Store. Also, we have been training young professionals and students under BMR Training Academy. This journey will never stop to grow with the help of kind people like you all and TAGTES family. This is one of his profession, and one other profession is he's a very good motivational speaker. Uh, Motivation gives a better perspective to the problems and it makes one goal clearer and make one take concrete steps to achieve it. Motivational speaking became the perfect idea for Mr. Ganesan to explore and to present his experience in a way to motivate the people who lacked inspiration. This page will show you the events and awards he has achieved. This is this particular blockchain technology. He presented a topic on blockchain technology to engineering students of Aditya Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. He attended an event at SKP Engineering College, Tiruvannamalai, and he was a chief guest for college for MBA department inauguration. He was invited as a chief guest for Independence Day of celebration at Armuga Navalar School, Chidambaram. He was a special speaker for the occasion of Pattinathar Arpuda Tiruvira at Pumbugar. He was invited as a special speaker to address the Bangalore chapter of Nagarata Chamber of Commerce. He was awarded as top 3 entrepreneur in the event International Business Conference at Nagarata, organized by Nagarata Business Initiative Group, and which took in Dubai. In the year 2017, he was awarded as Entrepreneur Innovation Award by the Rotary Club of Chennai Galaxy. It took place in Clarion Hotel. And last but not the least, he was invited as participant for the event Matram Kana Arekirom, organized by actor Surya Sivakumar and Karthi Sivakumar Agaram Foundation. Then comes the page where the media articles. He was into the media articles, and if you click on each of the media, it will give the relevant article, and you can download. And please have a look at the wonderful article published by Nanayam Vigadan, Namadu Chettinar, and Entrepreneur of the Week. This ALG videos page. This will give, as I said earlier, he's a motivational speaker, and in order to give everyone about his thoughts, he has created a set of videos that will give you a gist of many trending topics, and there are a lot more to come. Do watch and enjoy it. Do watch and enjoy these wonderful slides, and this will be the contact page, and anyone can contact him for the business profile, business details, and these are his Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter contact. Facebook, that is the social media contacts are available. So this is the website of Mr. A.L. Ganesan, and please have a look at it and know more deeply about this wonderful person. Personally, I feel what I feel very I mean, I'm very surprised from his thing is the use of his mobile phone. He owns a iPhone, and the way he uses the iPhone, I wonder if anyone with two eyes can do it. The way he, the way he types, the way he uses efficiently can it's there's no words to express. So he the mail communication, the reminders, everything. He's so perfect in everything and is a good example of a wonderful entrepreneur. We are privileged to have him as our CEO, and he's beyond CEO. He's a very good friend of all of us, and really I respect his each and every stage of his achievement, and I wish him good luck for his success. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Preeti, and thanks a lot for narrating the website.
Thank you.
I request Dr. Krishnadas sir to share his few words about Mr. Ganeshan.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. I think Preeti has put it in a good perspective about Mr. Ganeshan. I think Nandini or Preeti, who I don't know who said that I have been an inspiration for Ganeshan. The converse is actually true. Ganeshan has been a great inspiration for me. I have known him and his family for the past close to a quarter of a century, 25 years. It's a long time. And when I had become his personal ophthalmologist, as Preeti had mentioned in his life story, he did have some useful vision in one eye. And even then he used to struggle a lot, but waded his way through during his engineering studies. And unfortunately, the retina got damaged in the accident she has mentioned. But with all the medical advances that we now have, we could not succeed in restoring any useful vision to Mr. Ganeshan. But I think Mr. Ganeshan, his conviction, his grit, his strength, his conviction of character, his determination, his positive emotions, positive attitude towards life, all this had the last laugh. And I think he largely succeeded in transcending all his challenges, barriers, and in becoming a very inspiration for the rest of us, I must say. Prior to Mr. Ganeshan's endeavors and his successes, I used to feel as an ophthalmologist and specialized in glaucoma, mostly, and as a senior ophthalmologist in this part of the country, I mostly see very challenging patients, and most of them have very little vision left. And when we come across such young people who are yet to achieve a lot in life lose their vision, it's very depressing. And prior to seeing what Mr. Ganeshan has achieved, I used to feel very disappointed, depressed, and have lot of sympathy for these people for whom science could not do much. But after seeing the singular example of Mr. Ganeshan, I had a very positive transformation in that whenever I see any person, any young person in fact, without much useful vision, I used to quote the example of Mr. Ganeshan and Mr. Subramaniam. There is another person in Madurai in a similar condition who also has fought his way. I used to quote these two examples and try to encourage them and convince them that much could be done with whatever good faculties are left. For some reason, people who have one faculty affected, they have other faculties very sharp, and they tend to, by nature, hone their other faculties very well. That's what Preeti has said, That is my very impression of Mr. Ganeshan. Whenever I message him or call him, just by a ring, he would pick up the call and say, yes, Dr. Krishnadas. I would used to wonder how he recognizes. And for all my messages, either by WhatsApp or email, he would instantly reply. That's the way he has tried to develop his other faculties. And I used to tell my patients who are equally unfortunate the moving example of Mr. Ganeshan and try to motivate them. And several of them we have been able to motivate. And thankfully now recently we have a good rehabilitation center in our hospital for these people. And we also have some technology assisted rehabilitation efforts which are able to help many of these people. I'm happy to say that much behind these efforts there is inspiration posed by Mr. Ganeshan. And the influence he has, the inspiration he has can be very well seen from the presence of many distinguished dignitaries who have been present here. And I feel very happy to be amongst them in greeting Mr. Ganeshan. And I'm sure the example of Ganeshan, his endeavors, his going out of the way to launch this website to be of use to people who are similarly differently abled. I wish him all success on behalf of all the dignitaries present here. Today I was very happy seeing this occasion, and this morning I had shared this information of Mr. Ganeshan with many of my friends, doctor friends, especially those in my alumni college, alma mater, Kilpak Medical College, and each one of them had sent a message of congratulations, and they said Mr. Ganeshan is indeed an example of great inspiration. To sum up, I am just reading one of the messages sent by my one colleague. So inspiring to hear about such individuals and their determination. God bless him, and may he continue be to the blessing for many. This summarizes the spirit with which all of us greet Mr. Ganeshan on his endeavor. And on my behalf, on behalf of all my friends, well-wishers who have greeted him today, and on behalf of my institution, Arvind Eye Care Hospital, I wish him great success, great life, and very congratulations to his team who have been behind him during all these efforts. I am sure he has a very dedicated and determined team to assist him in this endeavor. And I should not, our recall of Mr. Ganeshan's effort and inspiration will be very incomplete if I do not mention about the support he has had from his family. I always remember Mr. Ganeshan as an image with his father walking in front with Ganeshan's right hand on his left shoulder. That's how Mr. Ganeshan's father brings him to my room in the hospital. And whenever, earlier I told you I used to feel lot of sympathy for Mr. Ganeshan. And I think being sympathetic to Mr. Ganeshan or such people, differently abled people, differently capable people, is to be disrespectful of them. I think all such people, we should not sympathize, but we should motivate them to do what best they can, use the best of the faculties they have. And I think the best way of respecting and recognizing people like Mr. Ganeshan is to be inspired by them ourselves and to motivate others to become like them. So I thank you very much. I'm really very proud and pleased to launch this great website. I'm very proud of my association with Mr. Ganeshan, and I'm really very pleased and feel very honored to launch this website amongst the distinguished guests who are present here. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your valuable thoughts, sir. We are truly honored. We believe that we can motivate and inspire more people through our website.
Who is Mr. Ramaswamy Chokkalingam to share his views about Ganeshan, sir?
Yes, hi. This is Ram here. I'm one of the clients of TAGTES services. So I'm very glad that Mr. Ganeshan sir has launched his website. I've worked with Mr. Ganeshan for almost close to 2 years, and he has been an outstanding, excellent team player. One thing that I really like about Mr. Ganeshan's work as well as his team is that when we work on a project with them, he never treats us as just a client for whom he's doing a project for, but he really gets involved in the project. He behaves like as if he himself is part of the team, and he doesn't just focus on the software part, but wants to see the overall project succeed. So many of the software companies will just do the software development and then they will end it over there. But Mr. Ganesan really wants to see the project till the very end, including marketing, sales, and success and profitability and all of that. So this shows that Mr. Ganesan is really very integrated into the team, and he really cares a lot for his clients. I've had an excellent time working with him, and to be honest, our own company, we have decided that for all future projects, we are only working with the TAGTES because the trust is really there. The fact that Mr. Ganesan is able to achieve so much without vision is really an amazing feat. I think it really goes to show how much more we can do. I used to tell my company that if Mr. Ganesan can do so much without vision, if he had both eyes present, he would have probably bought the world by now. That's how much of drive and vision and foresight and insight he has. I wish him the very best. I'm really glad with this website being launched. We look forward to many more years of excellent collaboration with Ganesan and his company.
Ram, only one matter of denial. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It is incorrect to say Ganeshan doesn't have vision. He may not have the physical vision, but the insight you're talking about,
correct,
in a metaphysical sense, no, in a metaphorical sense,
yes.
he definitely has better vision than
excellent.
many of those who are sighted. Okay.
Yeah, congrats.
Sight, I agree, he doesn't have sight, but he has vision. That's
vision,
it.
correct. Yeah, he's excellent. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry for.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ram sir. I request Mr. Vishwanathan sir to add his memories, which is associated with ALG sir.
Yeah, first of all, it's a great pleasure to meet all the dignitaries, Dr. Krishnadas, Muthu and Uma Lakshmanan all here. And I was associated, and I'm associated with Ganesan for nearly around 15 years. When I was at Annamalai University, Center for Yoga Studies, one day I happened to meet him, then I went to his office. I was even telling him, definitely you will reach the globe, not very far, very soon. That happened by the website, the motivational talk and the way he's doing, is amazing. The mind is everything actually. There's a beautiful thing told by Thirumolar, Tannayariya Tanakoru Kedillai, Tannai Ariyamal Thane Kedugiன்றார், Tannai Ariyum Arivai Arindapin, Tannai Archikka Thanirundane. So he knows what he is. It's not just as told by Dr. Krishnadas, it's not just seeing the vision inside, know who you are really. It's amazing. It's not easy. I know it's not at all easy. Even with, I used to tell thousands and thousands of my students all over, even a small issue, we make it a big, small mole, we make it to mountain. I have a small pain here, small thing, I lost 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees. We make a big thing out of everything for nothing. So that is really an inspiration. Ganeshan already reaching the globe is a role model indeed. I introduced to my beloved son, Dr. Sethu. Mrs. Sethu is here now. Sethu, he also left us. Unfortunately, he left us. He left by sudden cardiac arrest at the age of 36. I made Mr. Ganesan to meet Sethu. Sethu was highly impressed. He was a noble son. As I told one of my friends recently in Zen meditation, there is called noble suffering, noble pain. It's a noble suffering. It's also good actually. Like it makes you elevated. Whatever suffering, whatever pain, it takes you a different path. The pain is not there, we may not understand. Everything is there. Same way, definitely it's a pain. But how the way Mr. Ganesan has taken it up, and same way with Uma Lakshmanan has taken up Ezekiel taking to heights. It's not easy, it's not a joke. Even we can talk many things. Can we really undergo a day? It's so much. It's not a joke, but even then, it's all positive inputs. People are there. Even I have seen one of the TED Talks without two upper limb and two lower limb. The lady is so good. She's talking, I'm happy. What's your problem? I'm happy. Same way, we can all be happy with whatever losses, whatever sufferings, whatever pain we have by the role models, by seeing them. So Ganesan is doing a wonderful job. I'm really, I used to tell him 15, 20 years ago, Ganesan, you will reach. I know you're going to reach. This is the way you have to do. Now, in fact, I'm getting a lot of motivation. Whenever I get up, whenever I started seeing his videos, the way even the clientage he is treating is not a sympathy. It's not something I don't have a vision. Please, no, it's not that. The quality and so perfection, and he's at it, and whole his team. I have to really congratulate and thank. I really thank Mr. Ganesan for inviting me. He said, if it is possible, you come. I was a bit lazy. I'm not sure. Ganesan, if I remember, I'll come. Then he asked, can I talk to Ma? I said, you talk directly. She'll be more than happy to be with you. No, I don't know her. How can I talk? I said, no, you just tell her. She will definitely come. So she has also come. I'm seeing her after some time. I'm in Malaysia now. I'm just enjoying on my own. Life is to enjoy, being sometimes to understand yourself. So I thank all the dignitaries, and I thank we'll all be part of the life, one life. We are all one. Thank you, Mr. Ganesan and team. Thank you for all the dignitaries for giving me that great opportunity to be part of it, to be the part of that, because it really motivates me. It really gives inspiration to me. After talking, I feel good, because the values has to be, we have to talk. We're not simply sitting at values. Where the more we talk, more we become. In fact, I was not even really well prepared, well presented. Suddenly I got up because I didn't sleep. Then said, oh, come on, I have to see. Thank God it was not till late. So I'm not prepared well, but even then I'm so happy for Mr. Ganesan and all of you. And may God be with all of us. And let's spread these good messages to people. We can help by spreading. This is what my vision. Everybody should see, everybody should learn, so that it can be a role model, contribute something. So thank you very much for giving me the great opportunity to all of you. May God bless, may website be eye-opener for very many people. When I come back, definitely I'll connect with Ganesan again. Thank you very much, Ganesan, and all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was so informative and so impressive, sir. I request Mrs. Uma Sethuraman to share her views about Ganeshan, sir.
I think a lot of things have already been told about Mr. Ganeshan. I've had a humble opportunity to meet him back, I think about 2 years back at Z Clinic. So I was introduced when Dr. Sethu met him. And as Preeti rightly mentioned, that is what still is there in my mind, the way he uses his mobile phone. It is very, very different. He can identify, he can text more quickly than what we can. And, even if you tell him, okay, can you call me back in 15 minutes, or can you give me a call back at 4 o'clock? Exactly 3:59, his alarm rings, and then 4 o'clock, he, immediately calls you back for the calls. Running a business today, you might do 10 things, but doing it on time, I think nobody can be more punctual than him. So I would really, we should actually take his way of business as I've tried to be more punctual with, what I've seen with him, but he's too good with technologies. I wish him a lot of success, and may he be a very good inspiration to a lot of many people. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I request Mr. Sendil to share his views about Ganeshan, sir.
கணேசை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எனக்கு ஒரு 10 வருஷத்துக்குள்ள பழக்கம். இன்னைக்கு நல்ல பார்வை தெரிஞ்சு நல்லா நடக்கிறவங்களே இந்த உலகத்தில் பார்வை தெரியாத மாதிரி இருக்கிற காலத்தில் பார்வை இவ்வளவு குறைவாக உள்ளவர் நம்மளை காட்டிலும் ரொம்ப அக்யூரேட்டாக இருக்கிறார்கள் பார்த்து நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுவேன். தன்னம்பிக்கையை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் உன்னால் முடியும் தம்பின்னு MS உதயமூர்த்தி சொன்ன மாதிரி அவ்வளவு தன்னம்பிக்கை. அவரோட பழகும்போது நமக்கு இன்னும் அது என்ன அடிஷனலாக நமக்கு ஒரு தெம்பு வந்துடும். எல்லா நேரங்களையும் கணேசோட பழகும்போது அவற்றில் உள்ள உண்மை, அந்த உழைப்பு, நேர்மை, அவர் எடுத்துக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு செயலிலும் உள்ள ஈடுபாடு, அது அனைத்துமே என்னால் மிகவும் கவரப்பட்டது. அவருக்கு பெரிய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிலாம் நான் ஒன்றும் கொடுக்கல. என்னால் முடிஞ்சது பர்சனலாகவோ அசோசியேஷன்லேயோ உள்ள பிஸ்னஸை ஓரளவுக்கு கொடுத்தோம். அதை ரொம்ப அருமையாகவும் கரெக்டாகவும் கையாண்டு வந்துட்டுருக்காரு. இந்த நேரத்தில் அவருடைய ஓன் வெப்சைட் ஆரம்பிக்கிற பற்றி ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்குது. இந்த நேரத்தில் ஒரே ஒரு வாசுவ மாணிக்கனாருடைய வரியை மட்டும் சொல்லிக்கலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நல்லாவின் பால் முழுதும் கன்றுக்கில்லை, நரும்பு நெல்லாகும் பயிர் முழுதும் நிலத்துக்கில்லை, நிறைகின்ற நீர் முழுதும் குளத்துக்கில்லை, பல்லாரும் கனி முழுதும் மர யாழுக்கு இல்லை. எல்லாமே பிறர் குலைக்க பிறர் உதவ காணுகின்றோம், நம் வாழ்வும் பிறர் உதவ வேண்டும் வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லி கணேஷ் இன்னும் மேலும் மேலும் நன்றாக வளர வேண்டும், அவருடைய பயணத்தில் நானும் தொடர்ந்து பயணம் செய்வேன் என்று சொல்லி நன்றி தெரிவித்துக்கிறேன். தேங்க்ஸ்.
Thank you for your wishes, sir. ரொம்ப நன்றி, sir.
Okay.
I request Mr. Muthaiya Chokkalingam to add his thoughts about Ganeshan, sir.
A very good evening to everyone. So, I'm together with Ram. We run Imperial EduTech. So, we first approached Ganeshan sir as a client to work on our product, and we've been working together with him for about close to 2 years now. And like Ram said, the best thing about working with him is that he treats every project that he takes as his own individual project. Like what he mentioned earlier, he has been a part of our products, marketing and sales efforts and everything as well. But that's the thing, most companies would not be doing that. If you go to them for IT solutions, they'll only work on that. They wouldn't go the extra mile. But Ganeshan sir completely does that in every single project, and that is what sets him apart from anyone else in the field. And more than that, the thing I like most about Ganeshan sir is that when you go to him and we request certain features in our product, for example, or we go to him with a problem, he never says that it's not possible. He always gives a solution. There's nothing impossible for him. So it's really mind-boggling to see a man with such determination work so hard. And given his path that is naturally harder than what most of us normally have, given that he has lost his eyesight and everything, it is really remarkable to see how far he has come along, and it's truly an inspiration to everyone around him and everyone who sees him work. And like what Dr. Krishnadas just now said, it is true, like vision is not what you merely see with your eyes, but it's something that you see with your soul. It's something that you envision for yourself, and I think there's no one who's a better testament to that than Ganeshan sir. And like what Abdul Kalam said, dreams are not what that come in your sleep, but they are what prevent you from sleeping. They are what runs you day to day. And I think the man with the biggest dream and the strongest passion I've met is definitely Ganeshan sir. It has been an absolute pleasure working with him, and we look forward to having more projects with him as we aim to expand our business, and that we always stay in good terms and everything with him. So, and it's very big. I'm very, very proud to see him achieve this milestone. It's a wonderful website. The website was beautiful. Thanks for the detailed run through just now. It was a very nice website. So really proud of that, and a very big congratulations to him and his team as well. Yeah, it was just a small incident. It happened at the very beginning of our business, because we are doing an educational app. So we were creating questions, and we were creating a roadmap on how many questions we need to have for each level, what on each difficulty level. So there was a good about it was 6 levels with 3 difficulty levels, 6 levels with 3 difficulty standards. There were a good 18 subsets of questions, and we had a specific number for each of them. And then we wanted to tally it up to become a total. And on the call, me and my brother, we were working it out on a calculator, and by the time we could even punch it in, he was able to give us the total tally. That was actually, it's a very small anecdote, but the reason why I wanted to share it was that was a moment where I really realized how sharp he is, and how heightened his other faculties are, like how strong his other faculties are. Because he's not using a calculator, he's just merely listening, but he's so sharp, he's able to grasp everything. He doesn't need to take notes or anything. His mere mental power to grasp everything you are sharing in a short call is really phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you for adding that, sir. I request Mr. Ganeshan sir to share his words.
Yeah, thanks Vaishnavi. Thanks everyone who connected today. ஸோ இந்த சைட்டோட பர்பஸ் என்னன்றதை நானும் இவங்கெல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, பட் நானும் ஒரு சைடு என்னோட ஆஸ்பெக்டில் ஷேர் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ இது என்னால் என்ன செய்ய முடியும் அப்படின்றத மற்றவங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது ஒரு லிட்டில் பிட் போர்ஷனுக்காக இந்த சைட் இருந்தாலும், இன்னும் நிறைய பேர் எதுவுமே முடியலன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஏன்னா எந்த விஷயம் இருந்தாலுமே அதுக்கு ஒரு ஆல்டர்னேட் வே இருக்கும். ஸோ நத்திங் இஸ் டிஃபிகல்ட். அதை ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும், அதில் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இதை கொண்டு வரணுங்கிறதுக்காக ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் ஆஸ்பெக்டாக தான் அந்த சைட் மெயினாக பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். First of all, I thank Dr. Krishnadas sir to accept my request to launch this site. and all the participants who joined here and share their views about me. And செந்தில் சார் சொன்னாங்க எனக்கு பெருசாக உதவி பண்ணேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு இருக்க நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிக்கு செந்தில் சார் கொடுத்த ஒரு சில லீட்ஸ் அண்ட் அவங்க ரெஃபரன்சஸ் தான் காரணம். ஸோ அந்த என்றைக்குமே அந்த ஒரு ரெக்கக்னைசேஷன் செந்தில் சாருக்கு நான் கொடுத்தே ஆகணும். அந்த ஒரு இது அந்த ஒரு லைக் என்ன சொல்கிறது, ஒரு நன்றி எனக்கு இருந்தே ஆகணும். ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து எனக்கு அவ்வளோ தூரம் செஞ்சுருக்காங்க நிறையா. அண்ட் சொக்கலிங்கம் சார், ராம் சார், முத்து, இவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே நாங்கள் நிறைய க்ளோஸ்டாக ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். சொக்கலிங்கம் சார் எனக்கு ஒரு மென்டார் மாதிரியே இருந்து நிறையா எனக்கு வந்து கைட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது, லைக் எந்த மாதிரி அப்ரோச்சஸ் இருக்கணும் என்னங்கிற மாதிரி எல்லா விஷயத்துலையுமே எனக்கு ஒரு அதர் தென் கிளைண்ட் எனக்கு ஒரு பர்சனல் மென்டார் மாதிரியே இருந்து எனக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க சொக்கலிங்கம் சார் ஃப்ரம் சிங்கப்பூர் அவங்க. அண்ட் என்னோட ஆடிட்டர் அண்ட் அட்வொகேட் இங்கே வந்துருந்தாங்க. டியூட்டாக அவங்களுடைய ஒர்க் இதெல்லாம் அவங்களால ஃபுல்லாக கண்டினியூ பண்ண முடியல. ஸோ அவங்களும் எனக்கு இந்த ஸ்டேஜில் ரொம்ப ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அண்ட் தேங்க்ஸ் பிரீத்தி டு நெரேட்டிங் தி சைட் இன் அ பெட்டர் வே. அண்ட் உமா சேதுராமன் அவங்க பற்றி நான் சொல்லணும். ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து சேதுராமன் சார் மூலியமாக எனக்கு அவங்க தெரியும். பட் சேதுராமன் சார் வந்து என்னோட இதில் ஒரு பெரிய இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனாக இருந்ததுனால அவங்க இருந்த சேதுராமன் சாரே இங்கே இருந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன தாட் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அவங்க அதை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணி அவங்களும் இங்கே என் கூட ஜாயின் பண்ணதுக்கு ரொம்ப தேங்க் பண்ணிக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். விஷ்ணுவன் சார் என்னோட ஸ்டார்டிங் ஸ்டேஜ் டே 1 ஆஃப் த பிஸ்னஸ்லேருந்து நான் அவர் கூட இருக்கேன். ஸோ ஹீ இஸ் டெல்லிங் மீ லாட். அண்ட் அவரை பார்த்தா வந்து எந்த ஒரு விஷயமே நல்லதுக்காக செஞ்சது நமக்கும் நல்லாவே இருக்கும் அப்படின்றத நான் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டது அவர்கிட்ட இருந்தான். ஸோ தேங்க்ஸ் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹூ ஜாயின் வித் அஸ் டுடே. தேங்க்ஸ் அ லாட்.
Thank you for your speech, sir.
Vaishnavi, and one more thing, a lot of people's working behind this site. So can you please mention all those people's name, and on behalf of TAGTES family, we thank them, all of them behind this site.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
See, actually இப்போ இந்த சைட்ல வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு பேசிக் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் தான் கொடுத்தேன். ஸோ எங்கள் டிசைன் டீம்ல மோகன், சங்கர், மோனிஷா இவங்களுடைய எஃபர்ட்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப அதிகம். இதில் நிறைய கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் சிந்துஜா நவ் அவங்க வந்து லீவ்ல இருக்கிறதுனால ஷி அனேபிள் டு ஜாயின் ஹியர் அவங்களோட பர்சனல் ரீசன்ஸால. ஸோ அவங்க வந்து இந்த சைட் வர்றதுக்கு அவங்க ஒன் ஆஃப் த மேஜர் ரீசன். ஸோ தேங்க் ஹர் ஆஸ் வெல். அண்ட் நந்தினி, வைஷ்ணவி, சிஸ்டம் டீம்ல வந்து ஜக்தீஷ் அண்ட் தினேஷ், இது மாதிரி ஏகப்பட்ட இன்னும் நான் சொல்லாத அன்கவுண்டபிள் நேம்ஸ் நிறைய பிஹைண்ட் இருக்காங்க. So I thank all of them to deliver the site in a proper way, and lot of people are benefited because of your support. Thank you team, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was an excellent experience for having your presence today. Once again, we would like to thank you for all your support.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for your valuable time. Hope this time will be good for all of us. Thank you very much. Thanks.
All the best, Ganeshan and team, and to the rest of you who have joined. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All the best, sir. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congrats. Thank you.